Hey everyone, it's Anne Manera, and welcome to another color along from Color Along Volume 18, the color along variety book I use for all of my color alongs. So for today's color along, our topic is burnishing with colored pencils. And you know, this is an interesting technique because you have probably been coloring in this technique for years and you don't even realize it. So we're going to talk about the burnishing technique. I'm going to actually use Marco Raffine pencils. I can never figure out which section of my little case here has Marco Raffines, but here they are. So I've got some Marco Raffine pencils here, and I am definitely going to pop a piece of paper behind my coloring page. And Marco Raffine pencils there's a variety of different ones. I think they're budget friendly. They have a very soft lead. I'm just going to kind of flip this around like this. And you can check out my Amazon influencer store. Actually, there's a link in the comments about all of the products that I use for all of my color alongs. And I do earn a small commission on any products that are purchased through that link. I just have to give that disclaimer. But I hope that you can use any brand. You don't have to be worried about using a particular brand. So first of all, let's talk about burnishing before we get started here. And let's pick a color, right? Let's pick a good color. Let's pick this brown color. We don't typically use brown. Let's talk about burnishing. Burnishing is all about coloring with a very, very heavy pressure to the point where it almost has a little bit of a sheen. And I'm just going to jump right in today and just begin. So this is Marco Raffine number 563. And I am just going to use a very heavy pressure. I mean, you don't want to use too much of a heavy pressure that you're going to start to get like a hand cramp or something, but that's all about burnishing. It reminds me of multiple layers of paint, or just layering and layering and layering, and knowing that you cannot see any white throughout it, but it does end up having a little bit of a sheen to it. Now, you can certainly just jump right in and press hard and color with a heavy pressure from the get-go. Or you can just kind of layer and layer and layer until you get that burnished look. So whatever is going to be most comfortable for you, like this section right here, I've just kind of did a little bit of a lighter pressure. And then for this part right here, I'm doing a heavy pressure. Now, you don't have to do the whole page like this. You can just use it as something that kind of enhances what's going on, or you can use it as something that is for the entire page. Personally, I like to use it throughout my coloring page, maybe varying it with different types of colored pencil techniques, maybe blending or shading, or maybe varying my pressure. But it doesn't make a difference which way, in which direction you color using this technique. I just need to kind of move this over a little bit. It's bugging me. But you can just simply use that heavy pressure. So it's all about heavy pressure. This technique also works really nice with crayons. Probably not markers, because that wouldn't really give you that much of a technique like this. But anything that is a softer lead, like a crayon or a colored pencil or an oil pastel, gel crayons. I hear someone asking that question about gel crayons. Imagine if I really could hear someone asking that question. That would kind of be a scream. All right, here's a dark blue. I'm just going to give inside these little circles with this dark blue. This is Marco Raffine number 529. Now, you can keep going over it. I've done this technique on several occasions for color alongs. I just think it really gives a nice pop to all of it. And especially when you use a dark color. I mean, look at the difference, right? I'm just going to continue on with all of these circles throughout this page. This is more of an abstract page. And this page can also be found in my coloring book, Tribal. And, you know, I remember when I first started drawing that page, it was more of a It was really just a total abstract book. Switch to a different color. Could definitely use a contrasting color as the other colors, but I'm gonna stick with this blue as I move around. And then, I mean, I could easily go with a pink and a blue. Look always, I'm sorry, pink and brown or blue and brown. I think always look kind of funky together. So tell me in the comments, have you ever colored in this technique before that you know of? Or let me know in the comments also, have you ever, have you been coloring with this technique and you didn't realize it was a thing? Let me know in the comments. Also, I just have to give a quick reminder that if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, it would be wonderful. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video. So color-alongs, new color-along coloring tutorials are posted every Thursday morning by 10 a.m. Or I should say by 10 a.m. Eastern time on Thursdays. How about that? Is that better? And there's just all types of varieties. And if you want to, if you'd like to color the page that I'm coloring, then you can certainly purchase the book that I'm using, one of the color along books, and which is available on Amazon. So now I'm going to use a pink. This is a pink number 516, and I'm going to go with a heavy pressure here. I like this book because it has heavy, or this page, because it has a thicker line. What do you like to see? Do you like to see a thick line, a heavy line, a thin line? Do you like to see a coloring page that you cannot see the lines? I'm working on a couple of new books actually, and I was actually considering using a gray line in my book so that it would not, you can't see it. I don't know. I'm interested to hear what everyone has to say about that. And you know, the other thing about this technique too is that you're really applying that much of a heavy pressure that sometimes it could make a little bit of an indentation in what is there if you really wanted to kind of give it, you know, a feel. My friend Scarlett's hanging with me today. She's apparently thinking that I have more food, but I don't, Scarlett. I don't have any more, Scarlett. Do you have dog friends or cat friends that hang out and color with you? What do you think they think about what's happening? All right, so there's my heavy pressure there. I just got to give this a quick sharpen, so let me just get my pencil sharpener for a second. I use an electric pencil sharpener. I use a Bostitch electric pencil sharpener. I've used it for years. It does not change. It doesn't adjust for the width, the size of the barrel of the pencil or the girth of the pencil, but I gotta tell you, I mean, it fits my need. It suits my needs. So I never have a problem with any of the pencils that I own. So I recommend it. I know a lot of people that follow my color alongs have also purchased that pencil sharpener. It's wonderful. All right, let's go with the green. This one is Marco Raffine number 542. And I'm going to use it in this section here. Now look at the difference, right? Look at the difference in color when you start to vary the line weights. And complete pressure here. This is reminding me of candy. I don't really know why. I mean, my colors that I chose, I don't know why, but it reminds me of some sort of candy. Do you have go-to colors? Sometimes I feel like I always gravitate towards magenta. I don't know why, but I always gravitate towards a magenta color. So today I decided to, you know, shake things up in life. You got to have a little bit of change happening. Got to give this another quick sharpen. What's happening to my pencil sharpener here? Move things around. Now, I talked about these Marco Raffines having a soft lead, and you can tell by just how much I need to sharpen my pencils, you know? It really, you can kind of really see the difference. Good girl, Scarlett. So this green color here next to that pink, I think is really making a difference. Or I really like the contrast. I like what I'm seeing so far. And it just really kind of gives that sheen. So it's all about, I guess we could call this the heavy pressure method, but I like to just go with the official, you know, burnish. I'm going to go with this yellow color, which is number 505. They don't have names. What do you think about that? I like a colored pencil that has a name of the color. But then again, what may look like, sometimes it's deceiving, right? Sometimes you pick up a colored pencil and it says like, I don't know, butter yellow, right? Imagine that. And you go to, like I would think this would be called butter yellow, but maybe to you it's a lemon yellow. So maybe it's deceiving. So maybe that's why Marco Raffine is onto something here. I think Marco Raffine is just a company, by the way. I don't think it's a person. And there's so many different ones. I've had these for several years. Clearly the box is not part of my collection anymore. Kind of get into this corner here. Give it a quick sharpen. Back over to this corner. So this is kind of a simple page, right? Simple enough that you could go back and add things to it. You could leave it the way it is. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'm not going to add anything fancy to it. I just want to, you know, just color each area. I gotta say, I could use a rest. My hand could use a little bit of a rest. So it is a little bit of a hand cramping type of technique. So, I mean, be mindful of that too. Maybe that's not something you want to color a whole page using this technique. Maybe, I mean, a lot of people have issues with hands, right? Like, whether it's arthritis or numbness or different types of issues. So, but we won't go on to that part here because this is all about talking about the good stuff, right? All right, let's go on to, well, I was going to use another green, but I think I'm going to go with this purple. So I've got this purple color here. It's number 574. Give it a quick sharpen. And I am actually thinking about adding a blue color here too. Let's go with this purple color here. Now for this one, let me demonstrate what I'm talking about when we say let's not use the burnishing technique on all of them. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but let's see what happens when we do that. That was Scarlett sneezing next to me. Bless you, Scarlett. All right, let's see. Do you say bless you to the dog when they sneeze? Or to the cat? I was going to say or to the fish, but I don't know if fish sneeze. They must, right? I don't know, do they? It's a question for you. You know, sometimes you're coloring, just kind of getting in the flow of it, mindless, and the weirdest things pop into your head. Does that happen to anybody else? Like the craziest things pop into your head. You know, I usually show some of my coloring handbooks while I'm doing a color along because usually I have a technique in there. But I don't have burnishing in any of my handbooks. I thought I did, but I guess I didn't. I don't know if that means that I need a fourth one. Need to work on a fourth book or not, but maybe that's the sign from above. Here's a blue color. This one's number 534. Give it a sharpen. And I'm going to use this blue. See how that's light pressure? I'm going to leave it like that. And now I'm going to go with the blue in the middle. And we're going to do something a little bit different in the middle, just to kind of shake things up. As I get to the center, I'm going to vary where I burnish. How about that? I don't know other way to explain it. So I'm going to burnish, 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 burnish to the middle. You can really see it on this page, right? Look at the sheen. Can you see that sheen that is showing up right there in that area there? Sheen is different than shine, right? What is the difference between sheen and shine? Do we know the difference? I don't know if we do. Hang on, I've got to change my lighting. Hold on one second. Much better. I don't know. I don't know if you can see the difference. I think it's better. I think it was more about lighting so I can see better. So there's my middle. Now, I'm not going to use this blue anywhere else because I just feel like that should just be kind of like the only section that has the blue. And now let's move on back to, I was looking for orange, or as they say where I live, orange. Is this orange? Yes. You know, I don't know if it makes a difference or not, but I did just realize that this says Raffine Color 7100. And I'm thinking that if you were wanting to look for this set of pencils, it would be that 7100 set. Most of my Marco Raffines are probably too short to even see that, but on this one, I'm seeing it. So, gonna give this area here with the orange. And kind of in different directions, not too bad. My goal, remember, my goal with this is to get that sheen. And this probably is the biggest or best example I can give you on this whole page is probably this blue. I'm going to say that that is probably the most successful sheen. Ooh, I hate when that happens. Hate when the lead falls off like that. Some people save that though. I have too many things to keep track of in life than to keep track of that little tip. How about you? I just can't. I just can't keep track of it. I feel like there was something underneath there. Is there? Something, something, something. Right there, look at that. That little tiny, from 2 pages ago. 2 pages in. And I'm getting like a little bit of something on there. Gotta get rid of this. Do you ever have little things that just like, I gotta get rid of that. That's bugging me. I don't know why. Okay, so this orange there. Wow, that's a really deep orange, isn't it? Give it another sharpen. All right, here we go, another one. Whew. I think I might need to like, I don't know. Rest my hand when I'm done. Do you ever have a, this reminds me of something a little kid would say. I can't color anymore because my hand hurts. But there's that sheen look to it, right? And maybe you don't want, again, maybe you don't want to have this all over your page. Maybe you don't want this to be your only technique. Give this a quick sharpen. And then color this last section here. Now, I'm not sure what to do for the outer portions, right? We talk about having the eye move from one section of a page to the other, and that's all about color. It kind of creates a rhythm while you're throughout the finished page. So maybe I need to add something from the middle, whether it's the blue or the green, because that will bring my eye out, or the viewer's eye out, as it like kind of scans across the page and creates that rhythm. And you know, when you take a look at those different elements, right, whether it's rhythm or symmetry or composition or balance, you know, those are things that don't just kind of like pop out. It's an overall thing you see. So I mean, let me know in the comments if you're familiar with any of that, if you're familiar with those types of terms. Do we need to do a color along that only talks about that, you know, rather than techniques or products? So there's that orange color. All right. Now I'm going to actually take that blue color. Oh, let me get this telemarketer person, whoever this is, Rachel from Card Services, calling me and bothering me, right? The other day I answered the phone and said, was all ready to tell whoever it was that I was not interested in their services. And it turned out that it was somebody I knew. So much for not looking at the caller ID, right? All right, I'm taking this blue here and I'm going to do light pressure in this particular section here. Or maybe even like a medium pressure to a light pressure as I move out. But on these little triangle areas here, I am doing a heavy pressure, okay? So I don't want it to be too scratchy. Sometimes if the tip is too sharp, sometimes if the tip of your pencil is too sharp, it'll give you that scratchy look. So there's nothing wrong with kind of dulling the tip, you know? Maybe you don't want it to be so sharp. Okay, and now I've got this little area here. I can see that sneaking through. I'm just going to give it a little bit of blue. And then I've got this here. We talked about this. Give it a little bit of a darker color. Move this out of the way. And then, again, I'm going to replicate what I did here over here. And again here. Here again. My goodness, the wind is howling outside my window. All right, so there's my blue. And then I'm just going to pivot around a little bit here, just so I can get this area here, that little doodad thing that was sneaking through. There we go. and it's finished. It's a finished page. So if you'd like to color what I've colored in this book, you can get the this book, excuse me, on Amazon. It's Color Along Variety Coloring Book, volume 18. And it has 22 pages to color. There's 2 copies of every page in it so that you can practice your technique or use different techniques a couple of times. And a new color along coloring tutorial will post every Thursday by 10 a.m. Eastern Time right here on YouTube. And if you could give my YouTube channel a subscribe and give this video a thumbs up and hit that bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video, that would be awesome. It allows me to keep creating more videos for you. The more subscribers I have, the more likes I get on the videos. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think about today's video. All of the links to all the products that I'm using are over in my in the description of this video. The links to the books that the book that I used today is in the video, in the description of the video. Can't even talk today. What the heck is going on? But thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this color along. And I'll see you next time. Have a great day.